everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a double Z fold card for you guys as well as a Mother's Day card. So we are using the beautiful Painted Poppies bundle as well as DSP. So let's go ahead and jump in and create this project. So for our card base, I am using a piece of Pool Party. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I've also scored it again at 2 1/8, and that's going to give us our fold. So I'm actually going to come this way. Let me get my bone folder. Just going to give that a nice burnish, and then we are going to fold that back and give ourselves another burnish. Okay, so that's going to create our fold. I have a piece of the Painted Poppies Designer Series paper. This is cut 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. We're going to adhere that there. And then I have a piece of Whisper White. My original is cut 6.5 by 3 3/4, and I've scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. I went up to 4 inches on this, so 6.5 by 4, scored it at the same 2 1/8 and 4 1/4, just to give myself a little bit more room, just to see if I like this size better. So we are going to fold this back and forth so you can see how this is going to kind of come together here. So we can actually go ahead and put our DSP down. Alright, let's lay that. We are going to do a bit of die cutting and stamping, so why don't we grab our die cut machine and we will do that as well. Okay, so you can use any die cut machine that you have. We are using the Painted Labels dies that coordinate with our Painted Poppies stamp set. We're going to use this label here, and we have a piece of Whisper White. We're going to run that through. And that gives you a nice little edge. I know it's probably hard to see on the Whisper White, but it just makes it a little bit more decorative, which I love. There are lots of great dies in the Painted Labels, and let me show you the stamp set as well. So this is a bundle that you can save 10% on in my online store. I love the different options here that you can use for labels, and then of course you have other images to cut the flowers and the leaves, and then another edge piece. So just a great bundle, and the paper is gorgeous as well. We're actually getting our Mother's Day sentiment from another stamp set called Strong and Beautiful. This is another one of my favorites, and I love the fonts and the different, you have inside and outside sentiments in here, which is a great one to have in your collection. So we are going to use the Happy Mother's Day. Alright, so with that label, let's go ahead and bring in our ink. We're going to take our Memento, and we are going to ink up this single floral image here. And we are going to stamp that down. And then we're going to do some coloring. So I have my Poppy Parade combo pack as well as my Old Olive combo pack. And I'm just going to go ahead and color this in. Just a bright and springy card. Since we're all kind of stuck inside right now with everything going on, I thought let's do a spring, bright, cheery card. And why not turn it into a Mother's Day card, because that is coming up. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some of the darker Poppy Parade now. And we'll bring back that light and just do some more blending there. Okay, then we got our light Old Olive. Let's do our little leaf here. And then I'm just going to take my dark and kind of just come down that center. Okay, so let's bring back our piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first kind of line this up where I want it. I'm going to add adhesive just down the edge here. I want to make sure that I'm straight. Okay, then we're going to flip this open. Now we're going to put our adhesive on here. And then we're just going to close our card. So there you go. Okay, and then with our label, we're going to grab some dimensionals and put about 6 of them on here. And we're going to put this on the front. Okay, so let's close that. We're going to lay this down right there. We have some of the Peaceful Poppies sequins. This is a part of that suite as well. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to grab our glue dots, and we're going to grab a few out of here. Let's see, I'm looking. There's flowers in here, but there's just regular sequins too, and that's what I'm actually looking for. Let me shake this up a bit. There's a gold one. I want the gold one. Oops, doesn't want to come off here. And let's use this red one. Okay, so I'm going to put these straight to our glue dot. Just like that. Let's close these up so I don't spread those all over the craft room, which is very possible. Now the glue dots are a little bit bigger than our sequins, so once I grab it with my Take Your Pick tool, I'm just going to kind of roll them back. I forgot something and I just realized it, so we'll just do, on my original did a little background stamping behind this layer, and I forgot to do that before we adhered it. So let's go ahead and try to do this the best we can. I'm going to use a Post-it to try to protect our Whisper White layer, since I totally forgot to do that. We're going to take this little splatter stamp that we have in our set. We're going to do Pool Party on Pool Party, just to give us a little bit more texture in the back. Let me move this over. Okay, and I told myself before I started, don't forget to do that part, and see what happens. But we're going to make it work. There's always ways to fix things if you just take a moment and think about it. Okay, so that's not bad. That looks okay. Very good. Alright, so now we will do our sentiment, our Happy Mother's Day. So this one we have to stack, since it is one long sentiment. So I'm going to open up my Poppy Parade, and we are going to use a Post-it here as well. And I just am going to ink up the Happy right now. I just want to make sure I get a good good coverage. And then we are going to stamp that down. Okay, I'm going to clean this off. I don't want to have any smudges of ink. At least that's what I'm trying to avoid. Alright, let me see, where's my, that's weird, here's my sticky part. Okay, so now we're going to cover the happy and try to ink up just the Mother's Day. And it doesn't want to get that little edge. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now let's, hopefully my head's not in the camera. Look at that! Love it. I can see that's wet because my ink pad is pretty moist, so we'll just give that a second to dry. And then what I did is I took one of our Whisper White envelopes, and of course I added the Designer Series paper to that, so you guys have seen me do that many, many times. You just add some adhesive to your flap, put down your paper, and trim it off. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's Mother's Day and Bright Painted Poppies card. I look forward to being back with you real soon. You can find a full supply list of all the products used in the description of this video, and you can pick those up in my online store. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.